What is going on, crypto fiends? Ryan Martello here. Today we have a lot of very exciting cryptocurrency news for you. So if you are not a part of the community, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, join on in for quality cryptocurrency content like this in the future. So first off, we are going to be discussing Ripple and their CEO and how they have been claiming to sign roughly 30 deals a quarter with financial institutions for blockchain payments. Now, this was clarified by a spokesperson for Ripple stating that they have been signing roughly 2 to 3 deals per week. That is a lot, guys. That is a lot of financial institutions hopping on the Ripple train. Now, according to the information reported by Garlinghouse, the CEO, further implied that Ripple has a current valuation of around $305 million, as the company has this much amount in the bank, this amount of cash in the bank, and he added that Ripple also currently owns roughly $15 billion worth of its native currency, cryptocurrency, according to Garlinghouse as well. So one thing I do want to quickly go over, and I don't mean to sound biased because I am a personal investor in Ripple, XRP, and one thing I've always been a little bit skeptical about with Ripple is that they do own a very, very large portion of their supply. Their total supply is roughly 60 billion XRP. The current amount in circulation is 43 billion XRP, and they do supposedly own roughly $15 billion worth of XRP. Now, keep in mind the current market cap for XRP is around $12.5 billion. So how do they own $15 billion? Well, if you take into factor how many Ripple are currently not on the market in the circulating supply, it would add up to roughly $15 billion. So that is the overall dilemma a lot of people have been a little bit skeptical about, is that Ripple is in control of such a large reserve for XRP, larger than the current market cap itself. So that is something everyone has always been very worried about. The main reason I personally see them having such a large supply, obviously, so they can fund themselves. But secondly, if you guys have not noticed, Ripple has always sort of been a currency that is, in my opinion, suppressed. It doesn't like to fluctuate too much in value. It always stays relatively still. It doesn't have crazy pumps very often. And one theory behind this is that the Ripple Foundation slowly extinguishes this volatility as best as they can to show to their investors that Ripple is, to somewhat of a degree, a stable cryptocurrency to a certain extent again. So that is just one theory, but that is one thing I have always been a little bit skeptical about, is that they do own such a large supply. And if they wanted to, not that they necessarily would, because it logically would not make any sense, if they wanted to, they could release that supply at any given moment, and us investors would have no control over that. So that's just something to always take into consideration. I don't mean to alarm anyone, I just wanted to point that out. Next up, we are going to be discussing Binance. They just recently crossed $1 billion in a cumulative profit, and well deserved by that. They go into detail that they have accumulated roughly $183.5 million in quarter 3 of 2019 alone, and that they will continue to hunker down and build. And then Binance today also just did a BNB burning roughly $36.7 million worth of their BNB tokens, or a little over 2 million tokens. As you guys can see on the screen, this is a nice little history of all the burns that have occurred in the past. It's really cool to see the very first burn where BNB price at the time was $1.50. Let me know down below when you guys first discovered Binance. I discovered Binance when BNB was at 90 cents, and unfortunately I did not hop on the bandwagon because I believe their ICO phase was 10 cents. So to see a cryptocurrency go up 10x, it just did not seem like a logically smart move to invest at that given moment. But of course, it did bite me in the butt down the road, and I eventually hopped on the bandwagon bandwagon, roughly around $5 to $6. But let me know down below. I'm just interested to know if you guys got in really early on the Binance train. If not, it's not necessarily too late, to be honest with you. So next up, Emaar Group, the Dubai-based real estate developing giant behind the nearly 3,000-foot tall Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building, is launching its native token Emaar later this year in 2019. Emaar tokens are built on JP Morgan's blockchain network Quorum. According to a press release shared with the block on Thursday, the utility tokens will be used by Emaar to reward its customers as part of a referral and loyalty program. Emaar tokens will not only be redeemable in Emaar's real estate, hotels, e-commerce operations, and malls, but can also be traded with other users, said the group, which has also developed the giant Dubai Mall. Emaar will launch a mobile app for both Android and iOS, which will allow you to redeem your tokens, and this will all be releasing by the end of 2019. Guys, that is pretty awesome. Let's be honest. The largest building in the world, the company behind the largest building in the world, is launching their own cryptocurrency, and it's being used for a wide array of reasons. Now, there's no detail if we will be allowed to buy this on exchanges or anything like this, but they do go to discuss that you will be to exchange them between users, so it seems like they will have somewhat of intrinsic value. So next up, we do have some exciting news from Brave Browser and the basic attention token. They came out boasting that they have roughly 8 million users. Yes, you heard that right. 8 million monthly users. And they currently have roughly 2.8 daily users, 2.8 million daily users. And the number of creators subscribed to its web advertisement network has increased substantially. Going into numbers with this, 200,000 of those are YouTube creators, 33,000 are website publishers or creators, and 15,000 are Twitch streamers. And since they announced their Twitter tipping on August 1st, 28,000 Twitter accounts have joined to receive basic attention tokens. Brave claims high user engagement as well. 98 million ad confirmation events have occurred on the Brave browser, and they just recently concluded 385 campaigns on its platform as well. Platform engagement is increasing extremely high with a click-through rate of 14%. More importantly, 12% of click-through results in page visits of 10 seconds or longer, and they have been 2.36 million 10-second active page visits overall. Why this data is so important? It goes to show that more people are using Brave, and when they use Brave, they click on ads more, they view stuff more, they interact more, and that's very, very important for advertisers to see, because eventually, who knows, they could transition from Chrome or Bing or wherever they currently are over to the Brave browser and utilize them compared to the other competition. So this is very great to see. I love the Brave browser. I use it every day. I'm using it right now. I also use the Brave browser on my iPhone. So I've never had any problems. I have the tipping system where I receive basic attention token for simply browsing the web. You guys can also tip me through BAT. I can tip you guys. It's just an awesome experience. You might as well use it. You got nothing to lose. It's great with privacy. They don't hold any of your personal information. They have DuckDuckGo integrated. You can't go wrong, guys. So go ahead and download the Brave browser if you have not already, and get yourself that level of privacy and security you deserve. I do want to discuss with you guys a new futures product that is being launched on the Bitsy exchange. If you guys are not familiar with the Bitsy exchange, it's a cryptocurrency exchange and derivatives platform that offers up to 100x leverage, and they are going to be launching a handful of products for Brave New Coin. Now, Brave New Coin is a data and research company focused on the blockchain and cryptographic assets industry. It was founded in 2014, and it provides data and analysis and research to a global network of market participants. Recently, they focused for the BNC, which has been developed on a marketplace for incumbent and third-party applications, news feeds, research, and market data products unlocked through the BNC token utility. So this is a project that's been in the space and has been greatly followed for quite some time, and they are going to be listed on the Bitsy exchange on October 21st. Bitsy will be releasing 2 basket indexes on their exchange. The main basket index will consist of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, and this will be released first. And then the altcoin basket will consist of Ethereum, Litecoin, EOS, and Ripple. And the main basket name on the exchange will be BNC Bitsy Composite Index, or BBCX. And the altcoin basket name will be BNC Bitsy Altcoin Index, BBAX. And if you guys are not familiar with the purpose of an index future, its main purpose is to help you gain exposure to a variety of underlying constituents, allowing you to hedge against your portfolio. So if you guys are interested, I will be sure to leave a link down below to Brave New Coin as well as the Bitsy exchange. So next up and lastly, Cardano has partnered with New Balance. And this is pretty interesting because you wouldn't expect Cardano to jump into a partnership like this. This would be more for companies like vechain and even IBM, but recently Cardano is now jumping into the field with both feet through a collaboration with New Balance, the athletic wear and sneaker brand. Together they developed a New Balance Real Chain, a new initiative that uses Cardano's blockchain to confirm the authenticity of a select model of shoes, complete with a landing page and app. Real Chain uses a physical card with an internal chip that can be scanned with the phone, confirming the New Balance footwear is indeed genuine. Purchasers can then claim the shoe as their own by entering a code found on the tongue, locking in their ownership through Cardano technology. So I will be sure to leave all of today's articles linked down below, as well as the Brave New Coin website and the Bitsy exchange website if you guys would like to learn more. And of course, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Don't hesitate to ask, and I will be sure to catch you guys in the next.